point, number 14, Alex Fleischer. On the bench, number 22, Louis Person. And a goaltender, number 30, Robert Kofi. And goalie, number 37, Aiden Murphy. The goaltender, number 39, Austin Cortez. And forward, number 41, James Jacob. On the bench, number 43, Colin Hawkschild. And forward, number 46, Ian Fetterman. On the bench, number 51, Ari Rosen. On the bench, number 53, Miles Singer. And forward, number 58, Remington Wheeler. And forward, number 61, David Tomsky. The goaltender, number 67, Logan Garcia. On the bench, number 71, Maxwell Power, number 83, Elias Wheeler. And forward, number 88, Ethan Spiegel.
Wrong one, sorry.
And forward, number 91, Marcus Watkins. And on the bench, number 98, Rafael Ariema. And now let's meet the team from New York with the South Titans. They are coached by Anthony Emily, by Brian Skaggs, managers Jay Lewis and Christina Hunter. And contender, number 1, Dave Lewis. And for number 2, Vincent Bautista. And for number 13, Noah Newski. And for number 15, Sam Lloyd. And for number 24, Noah Curry. On the bench, number 26, Zachary Stevens. And for number 34, Dylan Thompson. And for number 46, Henry Wood. And for number 51, Andrew Sipa. And for number 60, Hayden Sippy. The starting goaltender, number 61, Connor Stewart. On the bench, number 64, Jack Woodman. On the bench, number 66, Corey Smith. And forward, number 72, Charlie Cruz. On the bench, number 74, Roswell Trinity.
Yeah, they always have scratches.
On the bench, number 79, Austin Rosen. And forward, number 85, Ethan Santoni. And forward, number 92, Elliot Spears. And at forward, number 97, Tyler Hutchins. Give it up for New York with the South Titans. And now let's get today's officials. Your referees today are Andrew Kosman and Justin Kwanowski. The official score stands for. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time of rescue, please rise if you are able to move heaven and ground and kiss the flag as we honor our country and those who serve with an organ rendition of our national anthem.
Test.
I'll let you know in 5 minutes. Yeah. But I think we're good. Picked up all the sound. There's just lots of noise.
Welcome everybody to the South Hockey Network, live on YouTube. Live from Centennial Ice Rink, it is time for the third and final North-South game as the JV teams on either side get to work. Dylan Ward here on the call alongside David Ventura for this one. And David, well, Varsity 2 lost 5-0 last night. The varsity team lost 4-3 in overtime. And GBN going for the sweep here in the rivalry week.
Yeah, Dylan, and quite a nail-biter the game before. Unfortunately for GBS, they were unable to pull that one off. And now JV looking to be the lone team to pull off the victory against North in this one. And, of course, we'll see what happens here with 45 minutes of action coming up your way.
15-minute periods, no ice cut here at the junior varsity level. Looking at the standings, GBS currently sits in 8th place out of 10 teams in the JV SHL with a 5-8-1 record. On the other side of things, Glenbrook North sits right below them at 9th with a record of 5-10-1 themselves. So both these teams looking for critical points. These teams are tied with 11 points each, and only one of them, as it stands right now, would make that final playoff spot.
Yeah, Dylan, and keep in mind, obviously, GBS has 2 extra games to play compared to GBN, and obviously we're kind of approaching that point in the season where the standings are, teams are in positions and standings where they kind of deserve to be, and obviously heading into the Thanksgiving break, this is a big one to get a victory for either team.
GBS on a 3-game skid right now. They lost 6-2 to York at home, 2-1 to St. Ignatius, and then most recently this Monday they lost 8-2 on the road to the Lake Forest Scouts. But GBN on a 3-game losing streak of their own, 6-2 loss to Lake Forest, a 5-0 loss to New Trier at home. Then they went on the road to play Loyola. They lost that one 5-2. So one of these teams is about to get back in the win column, and one of these teams is going to lose 4 straight games. What's kind of the game plan for these 2 teams? I mean, the place is emptied out a little bit. It's the elephant in the room, but this means everything to these boys.
It does, and you talk about it emptied out a little bit. I think there's, a pretty good turnout considering in years past what JV has looked like in terms of the attendance, especially from the student section. And obviously you hear it being talked about every year how this game is just 2 points and another win. Obviously this means a lot to the guys. This is maybe second after winning the state championship in terms of what these guys want to accomplish. Turnout here, and obviously we'll see what each team's got in store here. This one's delayed about 51 minutes, so we'll see how each team comes prepared within the first few minutes and feeling each other out.
So GBS wearing the blue and gold, the jersey that the varsity squads have discontinued, but one of my favorite looks. They'll go from left to right here in the first period, and GBN, the white sweaters, will go from right to left. The puck falls, and we are underway. Junior varsity north-south here at Centennial Ice Rink. Aiden knocks it in, chased after by the Titans. Zachary Sabev on the near side. Half boards, they'll try and play it out, but it's kept alive by Jacob. He tries a shot, and now it gets sent in. Your starting goaltenders here tonight for Glenbrook South, it's Connor Sitt. He has split the action with Dean Galantis, 7 games started apiece. Connor Sitt with a goals allowed average of .422, save percentage of .860. On the other side of things for Glenbrook North, getting the call is Austin Calentis. And David, we saw Austin Calentis in the Varsity 2 North-South game getting the start, so he must be double rostered, and he gets the opportunity to play in 2 of these North-South games.
Very interesting, and we'll see how it plays out here. Obviously, the first couple of minutes is where this game starts to get physical. Try to get both guys involved, and the key to this one, shot right out in front, but key to this one, minimizing the mistakes, because if you make mistakes, the other team's going to capitalize on them.
Seth Weiss down there, taken out by Murphy as he played it out. Looked like it might have hit a glove on the Glenbrook North bench, but it's sent back in. Head coach of the varsity Spartans, Jeff Marks, is on the bench right now after coaching his team to a 4-3 OT win at the varsity level. Now here's Sims with a shot. That one gets deflected up high and stays in the ring. Now back up to the left point. A shot taken off the stick of Braden Smith. Deflects wide. Now Sims back up to Friedman. Left point, he can't hang on to it. comes outside the zone.
Yeah, good centering pass there by Sims. Unfortunately, his teammate not able to corral the puck, but like what the Titans have done early on in this one, hopefully it continues on for their sake.
Whistle here with 13:11 to go in the first period as that puck is covered up by Connor Sitt. 0-0 game. Thanks for joining us here on the South Hockey Network. My name's Dylan Ward alongside David Ventura. I'm the varsity play-by-play commentator, but was brought along to do the JV game here for this North-South rivalry. Near side half boards, it's sent out by the Titans. Right to Friesel of the Spartans. Look out in the Glenbrook South bench as that goes up and out of play.
Yeah, thankfully that doesn't hit anyone on the bench.
I gave it to you.
We got a fan
I handed
over
it to
here.
you when we came up with the tripod.
Jordan Morris always making sure that he doesn't lose any of his equipment, and quite frankly, with the amount of money that was put into it, I wouldn't want to lose anything either. So you got to respect it.
Nolan Udesky leads this team in points. He's number 13 out there for the Titans. Charles Friend out to neutral ice. Grab back by GBN. They'll get down low with it. Here's a backhand shot on Sitt. He makes the save. Then it pops down behind the net, below the goal line. Now it's Charles Friend. Played out here by the Titans, and bringing it out is Tyler Hudgens. He's taken down from behind by Fleischer, and it goes to Friedman, far side for the Spartans. They'll try and get it out, and they will, just to neutral ice though, as Luca Francesc dumps it back in. Brezel down below the goal line. I'll try and hack and whack this puck right in front. David, you hinted at it, but we do have a good student section here for both sides for the junior varsity North-South game.
Yeah, and you know what? Actually, you got the GBN student section to our right here.
Yep.
See some of the, I don't know what you would call those, but they're kind of littered all over the place.
Pom-poms, maybe?
Yeah. See, that's why I have you. I'm always asking. I'm asking what that is.
We get another whistle here with 11:36 to go in a scoreless first period. GBN looking to sweep the North-South series at all three levels. This face-off is won back by the Titans. Comes to the near side. And now down below the line, sent right in front. Here's a chance, and Sitt makes the save. Out of the far side, Zapfi below the goal line. Sidoti pressuring. A man's taken down. That's not called. Only two officials here at the JV level, as per usual, as opposed to the four-man system. Each guy just wearing a linesman uniform, and each guy kind of is a rover out there, can call penalties, offside, you name it. Now from the right point, this one's thrown towards the net. Hit a body on its way. And it's roped along the boards all the way down by Glenbrook South. That'll be an icing, stopping the clock with 10:41 here in the first.
Yeah, GBS had a little bit tough time getting control of the puck in their own zone, and they end up firing that one all the way down for icing. And GBN's going to have an offensive zone draw here, so the momentum's shifting a little bit in the Spartans' direction for this one. Obviously, just over 4 minutes into this one. And obviously, we got to check, make sure the audio is working.
Now we are not in the same position as you see on your camera. As a matter of fact, as this puck gets dumped down, you might be able to see us on camera. Jason Weiss doing the camera from maybe 50 feet away from where David and I are standing. We're in the booth here at Centennial Ice Rink, and it's always good to broadcast in a sort of private area as this puck is covered up by Sitt once again.
Yeah, and we're joined here by Wes Anderson, obviously one of your biggest fans, though.
Yeah. Wes has been avoiding the cleanup by watching this game. What do we think so far? You got a mic right here.
I think it's been a good game so far. Good pace back and forth. Looking for that opening goal, though.
All right. Wes Anderson of the SHL Network coming in with some thoughts right there. Here's a shot from the left side. That's stopped by Sit. Rebound below the goal line, Sabev. And now taken back by Charles Frund. GBN regains the puck in neutral ice. LeBoyer goes across to the far side, and they'll send it in. Bounces its way towards the net. That was a close call.
You're missing some extracurriculars after the play. They're right in front of the GBS bench. Not quite sure if the camera caught it. Both referees looking at the puck there. So thankfully nothing came out of it, but definitely some altercations starting to ramp up in this one.
We get a whistle here with 9:27 to go in the first. Both these teams tied for the last playoff spot as it stands right now. 11 points apiece. Sam Schwartz in the house, even at the JV level, is doing the PA announcing and the music. Here for this one. Here's a shot from the right side that's turned away by Sit. And it's brought back out the other way. Now Rudd, backhand pass and a collision in neutral ice, but this is Udeski. He tried to center it for Sims as it bounces towards the blue paint and gets covered up and held on to by the goaltender, Calentes.
Not a bad look there by Udeski to try to get that over to Sims. Obviously that's 50-50 whether or not you shoot that or get that over to Sims, but just before that play you saw GBS player and a GBN player getting in the scrum right on that blue line, so obviously we're ramping up a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a penalty the next 3 minutes. That's what we're going to call it, Bill, 3 minutes.
David, based on last season, I would say the varsity game saw far fewer penalties than typical.
Oh, they were letting them play.
Yeah.
I think that's one of those games where there definitely should have been a lot more, but they were letting them play, and that's just part of the environment that they were in today.
The refs understand, the situation of the game, how important it is to make sure the outcome is correct and maybe not decided by a penalty unless it's completely obvious, David. Now Udeski takes a shot and he misses the net.
He almost takes off the referee's head with that one.
Now Rothschild around the boards and out. Frund has to chase back after it in his own zone. And now Rudd. Back by Friend now. Out to Udeski. He's knocked into the far side half boards. These two teams meeting for the first time this season. That's always how they draw it up. This will be sent down by the Titans for an icing with 8 to go.
Yeah, Titans have iced it a couple times to start this one as we're approaching the halfway mark in the first period. So I think the key for them is just calming themselves down a little bit, maintaining control of that puck. Don't need to get rid of it right away. You can pass it to your defensive partner, try to find an open guy in the slot, but I think that's going to be one of the keys for the Titans as we move on in this game.
Dylan Ward, David Ventura, if you're joining us late, happy to have you with us on this Wednesday night. Happy Thanksgiving Eve to everyone out there and your family members. There's a shot on the way by Sit. So the varsity plays first, JV after, and David, I always thought it should have been reversed. I think if you get the JV game first, they get to play in front of a huge student section who is anticipating the varsity game. What are your thoughts on that?
Not a bad idea, but as far as the logistic goes, I'm not quite sure what goes on in the background as much as I probably should be. So I got to give it to them the way they've done it, especially with the fuse getting blown out and not allowing the audio to work. And they're letting them play this game too. You see them both teams get involved in this one early on.
Brown into the zone, takes a backhand shot. He gets taken down after the play. David, it really is such a great production put on by the Titan Hockey Club. And, I'll tell you what, the audio cutting out, it did kind of suck, but with the energy both student sections were bringing, I think the atmosphere was just fine.
Oh, 100%. And obviously they do very well when it comes to selling tickets for this game and donating the money. Just a really great event put on.
Fletcher's knocked into the far side corner. Far side boards, I should say, and Sidoti takes it back for the Titans. Lundberg South has been dominating these last 3 or so minutes. We don't have the shots on goal available at the moment. Here's a turnover and a shot. Looking for that top left corner, but misses high of the net. Now from the right point, traffic in front as it bounces below the goal line. Up to the left point, here's a slap shot by LeBoyer. But that one stopped by Sit. It's played all the way down by the Titans, and this time it will not be an icing as it goes directly on net.
And GBN just missing on that opportunity there. You know, I wish their numbers on the back were gold, quite frankly, with the white and green. Makes it a little hard to see.
Yeah.
But I believe that was Spangle missing on that opportunity there. And obviously, GBS giveaway can't happen. We talked about mistakes early on, and Spangle trying to capitalize on a GBS giveaway. Unfortunately, wasn't able to do so.
We've played just over 9 minutes of hockey here at Centennial Ice Rink in Wilmette. Still scoreless between these two bitter rivals, north and south. Played out to the neutral zone, and Sims brings it over the line, but it was 1-on-4 against Springbrook North. Now LeBoyer tugging Sims by his jersey. He throws his stick away, and somehow there's not a penalty on either side there.
That's one of those where you got to call GBN right off the rip there for kind of tying down Sims there. No penalty called, so frustration from Sims, and I would have thought gets called for a penalty as saved there.
Not only was the jersey tug not a penalty, we're gonna get the stick wasn't the penalty.
That's right. We're gonna get back to that. So obviously, you know, Sims that throws a stick, that's another penalty. So GBN crowd erupts after that one. So both fan bases aren't happy. But obviously, this is not a normal game. But that's one of those where you got to call a penalty, kind of settle it down, because now essentially what's going on is that's now the norm of this game.
Great point there, David. Udeski back up to Weiss. One-timer, misses the net, wide to the left. Now Coe gives it up to Sims. Plays it to the near side boards, but it's taken back by the Spartans over to the far side, Weeman. Taken back by Udeski. Nolan Udeski over the line, right wing side. Gets around Purcell, tries a wraparound save made. Rebound Sims. That one popped over his stick. Nothing to do about that. And Coe. But they're just offside. And I was going to say that was close, but they do call it.
Yeah, just offsides there. I think the Titans are finding themselves a little too deep in the offensive zone. Got to back up a little bit, create lanes, passing lanes specifically. Though I'm kind of playing with this cord here just for fun. So hopefully I'm not ruining anything. I know this equipment is quite expensive.
We've got the headsets on.
Just something to fidget with, more or less.
We've got the headsets on, but just as a placebo, we are using the JV Broadcasting Crew's wireless microphone setup.
And we appreciate all the parents helping us out. I know they got, obviously, Mr. Weiss on camera, but it looks like he's got some helpers with him too. So.
Those are the usual commentators, I believe. Now the South student section goes crazy after a hit below the goal line. Hayden will fire it back in, and it's taken back by Zachary Sabev. Sent all the way down now by the Titans. There's another icing against Springbrook South.
And that's something the Titans got to avoid and actually don't. We're going to go to this real quick. I want to apologize to the GBS normal commentators for this game as, you know, we're taking this one. I don't want the fans at home to be disappointed with, you know, not getting to hear the usual voices that they hear. To be honest, I'm not quite sure who's normally on the broadcast, but...
To be honest with you, I'm not sure either. But I'm sure they appreciate a night off, especially to watch this big game.
Dylan was giving me a strange look when I said apologize. Dylan, you know what? Dylan never really knows what I'm going to say next.
Well, you know what?
I don't think anyone knows what I'm going to say next.
How about this? If you like us better than the normal broadcasting crew, let us know in the live chat. We will respond to you. We don't have YOLO box, so we can't throw them up on the screen, but luckily I do have my phone right here.
That has Wi-Fi.
Except this rink has been pretty tough on Wi-Fi today.
It's okay, we'll look at it after the game here. Man, I'll tell you what, these periods fly by. I know the varsity 17, but you know, I've been doing the sideline for Miami hockey, and those 20-minute periods, those go by with commercial breaks. With commercial breaks, that is true.
Yeah. And you know, even David, with the amount of icings and stoppages we've seen in general, it still has flown by, it feels like. At 15 minutes, it doesn't feel like a lot, big difference, but it is. Here's a shot from the right point now, stopped by Sid. He holds on. Gerard Morris joins us here in the broadcast booth with 3:27 to go in the first.
With a bag of Doritos, not only that, but Dylan, we're going to go back to that shot there. So GBN was able to get that shot through on net. It's going to be one of the keys for them, as you saw that in the varsity game, right? GBS had a tough time getting pucks through. They finally find one. Mendoza finds the back of the net in that left corner there. So if you can get pucks through from the point and screen bodies in front, it's a high probability of that puck going to the back of the net.
Out to neutral ice again. Down to 3:15 here in the first period. 0-0 game. Centennial Ice Rink in Wilmette. Off the side of the cage, back up high. Here's a shot. Missed the net. Maybe a deflection sent it aside. Now out to Hochschild. He will fire it in off the near side glass. Chased after by Charles Front.
Yeah, Dylan, that shot from the point, just Sid actually had a hard time seeing that. He didn't see that, and that one just went wide. Or high, I should say. That's actually one of the things that we saw also in the varsity game. A lot of shots missing that high. Got to keep those low on net.
Now, we were just talking about Gerard's nacho cheese Doritos. I've got a question for you, David.
Oh, wait. I want to rate. Is that what you want?
What?
I want to score.
Score one?
No, what did you want?
Looks like he's holding up the bag. I think
he's
he's all finished. Yeah.
I wanted him to give me a rating out of it. I think you wanted one.
Well, I was going to ask which you like better in this classic rivalry on the theme of rivalries, nacho cheese Doritos or Cool Ranch?
I'd be like the bad guy if I said I can't have either because I can't do dairy.
Yes. You'd be very lame. And I'm sure everyone at home watching is cringing right now. Here's Seth Weiss. Down below the goal line, Sims tried to center it. Goes back up high to Sabel. Tipped out of the zone by Glenbrook North, and here they come. On the left wing side. Man hit into the boards. Right in front of the South student section.
Dylan, that's now the second time Sims had a good centering pass out in front, just unfortunately for the Titans, unable to connect. As that play gets whistled down off sides, but they're unable to connect. I think just the passes are a little too hot to handle for some of the GBS players. Sam Schwartz caught us both off guard with that one.
You just heard that announcement from Sam Schwartz. Looks like we might have a couple of upsets tonight in the varsity SHL. Stevenson with a 1-0 lead over St. Viator heading into the third period. Still no goals in this one. Here with 100 seconds left in the first. And another would-be icing by Glenbrook South, but it hits the net.
Okay, Glenbrook South catching a break there as that one goes on net. And that would have been another icing again too. They got to make sure to hit the red line before they're dumping that puck in deep. And when they do dump that puck in deep, they're giving the GBN a really easy breakout opportunity. So they got to make sure that they're forechecking hard there.
They're offside on that.
One too many moves.
Yeah. Tell you what, the SHL Network crew cleaned up in a hurry. Still see a bunch of equipment over there. Is that Jimmy's? The mixer? Oh, Sam's equipment.
Yeah, boy, listen, I think Wes and Max live in the city, so they had to get back anyway.
Yeah. Oh, Luke Jordan and Palatine.
They're calling a penalty now. It's going to be a slash. Yeah, so the official calls a slash, not a rough.
Some commotion near side neutral. 1-0 to go here in the first period. GBS go into the power play. Sam letting the crowd know. On the season so far, GBS actually has the second best power play in the JV SHL at a clip of 28.6%. On the other side of things, GBN on the PK, just 72.7%. That's second worst. So a favorable matchup here for the man advantage for Glenbrook South.
Prime opportunity, but unfortunately, if it's going to go into the back of the net, this one's going to get split up in between two periods. There'll be a minute, 15 seconds left now in first.
We get a whistle there as they're called offside. This power play will carry over into the second period as well.
Assuming
unless they score, right? And why on earth would I assume that, dude?
That's right.
Drop of the puck in the neutral zone is won by GBN, and they will clear. Back behind the goal line, it's settled down by Sit. And now up the other way for the Titans comes Sabev. Goes to Udesky at the blue line. Nolan Udesky, 11 goals, 6 assists, 17 points. 2 of those points on the power play, a goal and an assist. Now Weiss. And GBN finally able to clear it out. Sabev has to rework in neutral ice. Front. That missed a man. GBN bench wanted an icing, but they're not going to get it. LeBoyer tries to clear it out, kept alive by the glove, and backhanded down deep. Udesky with 3 seconds. Left circle. Here's a shot by Weiss, but it's after the horn. Missed the net anyway. And that'll do it for period number 1. 15 minutes in the books, and no goals scored yet.
And I tell you what, Dylan, GBN giving GBS a hard time on that power play. Man, the music's louder, isn't it? Might kill the fuse again.
2 minutes in the books, the score. Pembroke South 0, Pembroke North 0. Shots on goal in the first period. The Pembroke North 10, the Pembroke South 4.
10-4, the shots on goal is announced by Sam Schwartz in favor of Glenbrook North. Dylan Ward and David Ventura on the call with you. Happy to have you with us on this Wednesday night. David, what are your plans for tomorrow's holiday?
Thanksgiving dinner, of course.
Yeah, well,
and then, of course, helping out the family with whatever needs to get done prior to Thanksgiving dinner. You know, can't leave the people making the dinner stranded. I gotta provide some sort of value, right?
My girlfriend and I made some pumpkin spice cookies this morning that we're planning on bringing to Thanksgiving. And David, I'm gonna be unstoppable on Thanksgiving. You know why?
What?
I'm going to 2 dinners. My
Really?
girlfriend's family is doing dinner at 2 o'clock. My side of the family is doing dinner at 6 o'clock. And you better believe I'm going all in on both those.
That's exactly how it should be. So that means no breakfast, no lunch.
No.
I will be
not,
doing breakfast. and
Maybe
lunch.
not even a McDonald's run after this game, David.
Oh, is that what you normally do?
Well, it was what I was thinking about because I'm starting to get hungry.
What
But
about like Chipotle?
well, Chipotle's closed.
Oh, it is.
Well,
Chipotle doesn't close at 9 o'clock.
no.
Maybe just like in Miami and Oxford, Ohio. That Chipotle doesn't close till 11:15.
And Chipotle is good, isn't it?
It is.
Steak is just so good. Is that your meat of choice?
Well, it depends who's paying for it.
Let's say
If I'm paying for it, it's chicken.
if you're paying for his chicken.
That's right.
What if you're not paying for
I'm not making any money right now. I still got my last year left of college.
it? So what if you're not paying for it then?
Oh, that's steak. It goes without saying, right?
Carnita's also very good.
No. We gotta go with the steak. Steak guac, right?
Oh, yeah, guac. Now let me ask you a question. Would you rather have steak no guac or chicken and guac?
I think second one.
All right, here's a shot. We're underway in the second period.
We got a little distracted
Yeah.
there, but it's okay.
And they got me thinking about food. That's always going to do it. Left circle now. Down below the line, getting it back is Udesky, still on the power play of the Titans. And David, with that brief intermission, here's a centering pass, Weiss. Get a second shot. The Titans do have their first power play unit out there for essentially the entire 2 minutes.
And how about that save? Tell you what, Titans able to connect on the center feed out in front. Big stop there.
Back up high, Frem. Down to Sims. Penalty is over for GBN, so we're back to full strength, 5-on-5. Frem takes a shot looking for the 5-hole, could not find it on Austin Fuentes.
See, that's now the third shot from the point the Titans have had with absolutely no traffic in front, so they got to make sure to get bodies in front. As of now, they're only having one player, more or less, that's even attempting to get bodies out in front. GBN having a really easy time clearing those bodies out. So that's one of the things the Titans are going to need to improve on moving forward. Obviously still in a scoreless game here. So it's not like they're down like Varsity 1 was, but obviously the first goal in this one's super important now that we're in the second period.
Played off the glass, it's a foot race to the puck, and before Weeman could get there, Sit covers it up for a whistle. But it will set up an offensive zone draw for GBN.
Tell you what, Dylan, third period, that puck might get, that gives GBN a breakaway considering how much snow there might be more or less on the ice. But considering we're early on here in the second, that one's able to go all the way down and opposite's able to freeze it, not having to step up and make a play.
Now one man while falling, GBN fans wanting a trip there. They're not going to get it.
I know they screamed it 4 times. That is a trip, but I don't know if they're screaming it 4 times is going to help you very much.
We've only seen the one penalty called in this game against GBN. This one sent down the other way by South. Right on net again. How many times has that happened tonight?
I don't know, but I wonder if they were able to connect on empty netters like this.
Yeah, seriously. That's a good point. Smith can't play it out. Fursel takes a shot. Look out, that was high and nearly got Flesher.
Another one the goaltender doesn't see. So didn't see that all the way through, and a shot fired high. So obviously GBS GBN having a hard time. Like, if you're a defender, we're not here to pick corners. You're here to get pucks low through traffic and get a tip out in front. But obviously defenders they're going for high shots.
Shot from the
Another
left point.
high
Deflected and stopped by Sid.
That one gets deflected going, but the amount of high shots, me personally, it kind of baffles me a little bit. You want to get it through low. Mendoza scored that one in the GBS game. Guess where that one was? It wasn't high, it was low. If you can get it low and get it through bodies, that's all that matters. There's more protection up high than their legs.
Really good.
Their chest is bigger than their legs. You just got to get it through that. You just got to get it through the legs.
Even with pads.
Even with pads. That's right.
Still waiting for our first goal here. It's been back and forth. Spurts of dominance for both teams, but shots on goal 10-4 at the end of the first period in favor of North. The official count. I know they're counting on score cam right now. The only problem is we're nowhere near Jason Weiss on camera. We are way off to the side in the broadcasting booth, so we actually are not right at center ice, which is where you're viewing this game from, so we can't look at what their count is on shots on goal. And David, it's been a lot of talking over the last couple days. This is my 5th game in 2 nights. 2 alumni games, varsity 2 north-south, varsity north-south, now JV. Here's a shot from up high, that one wide of the net. Freund gets it down low, or tries to anyway, with a backhand. Now he will. Just for a moment though, it's brought back out by North. Here they come over the line. A man's taken down. They want a tripping call on that one, but David, I think he just fell on his own.
Actually, in my mind, that's a trip. But obviously, they've let a lot of things go in this game. So, yeah, I think he fell down in second tonight. But that is a trip. It is a trip. I will say.
Here's Rosen with a shot way up high, and the field goal is good with 11:24 to go in the second period.
Yeah, that one hit a stick out in front. But, Dylan, we talk about the art of selling, right? You got to flop a little bit. Just a little bit. I think it took a step or two after that, falls down. But that just for the record, for all the GBN fans we have, that is a trip, textbook.
Now,
but
David,
obviously they're letting things go a little more in this game than some of the other ones.
You got to find the line between selling a call and faking an injury, right? Because,
well, that's why they have the unsportsmanlike conduct,
Right, and embellishment. I mean, you look at some of these guys in basketball, soccer. I mean, these guys, you got to sell the call, but you can't. You have to play it off like
that's why we say
you're
that's
not
art.
hurt. Right,
Art,
right. No doubt about that. Oh, I remember you were doing color when Anthony Pasquale was filling in for me once, and I went back and listened to the game. This was like a year or 2 ago, and you go, you gotta fall down. Anthony said, is that maybe because of a potential penalty call? And you just go, yes. I love it. You don't shy away from that kind of stuff. I mean, it's part of hockey at the end of the day.
I tell you right now,
in a roundabout reason.
You feel a stick in your legs, falling down. There's a certain art to it,
Oh, here's a giveaway, or a centering pass from behind the net, I should say, and a one-time shot by Henry Brown. Wouldn't go. Brown just playing in his 3rd game. That would have been his first point of the season.
Yeah, and Titans able to connect on that. Brown with a little slap shot there. In terms of pure speed. They got another one-time out in front. That one gets through some bodies. Oh.
It's been a chess match here. Another icing, this time by GBN. Still no goal in the game. 10:28 to go in period 2.
approaching the halfway point here, and it's almost like a 50-50 of who's going to score the first one. And I'm still chuckling a little bit with how the audio is here. Maybe it's because we got the headphones on. I don't know.
I mean, David, I'm worried this thing is going to vibrate and fall right
down.
on, right?
Yeah, fall down.
That's right above my head.
So if we stop talking, I think you guys know what happened.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an audio issue, but it could also be that the speaker fell down. That's another possibility.
Now out comes North. Here's Fursel over the line, puts on the brakes in the corner, looks over his options. Friedman pressuring him, but it's given up to Vincent Batista as he sends it out the other way for South. Smith will fire it in on the right wing side. Slows below the goal line.
I think that's one of those, Dylan, where instead of firing that one in, you just go back to your D partner and maintain possession of the puck, because now what's happening is GBN's breaking that puck out really easily, and they might go back 3-on-2 the other way.
Spiegel dances around a couple, tried to center it for O'Regan, but he couldn't get wood on it. Now O'Regan to the blue paint, nobody there to tap it home for GBN, and Zapfeet goes out to Friedman. Batista as it's sent back in by North. Friedman. Now Zapfeet, backhander, tried to clear the zone, and it will get past the stick of McCabe. They'll have to chase it back out.
And that took a tough hop right up over the stick, and Titans catch a break there as that shot was looking to get on net. With a fair amount of traffic out in front, now that one's going to get iced all the way down. Just over 9 minutes left. Here's the speaker again. You know,
I bet you can hear it through our mic.
Yeah, I'm curious on how the audio sounds. I know that some of the parents were testing the audio out, hearing it on the YouTube.
Again, we have the headsets on, but just as a placebo.
I think I'm more impressed on how they were able to get service.
Yeah,
I think that's what impressed me more.
David, this North-South game has been a tradition for a long time here on Thanksgiving Eve. They dropped the puck before Savet was onside. But just curious, this was a debate Luke and I were having on the podcast earlier today. You know, this is the bragging rights game. Even though you play 3 times in a season, this is the one you remember. As a player, and you are a former player of Glenbrook South hockey, would you rather win the Thanksgiving Eve game, but then lose the season series, or vice versa? Lose this game, but then come back with 2 wins.
So
and win the
here's
season
what
series.
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
As a GBS player, the game. But the more years go on, the more you realize you just want as many points as possible to give yourself the best look when it comes to playoffs.
Yeah.
So that's something I've realized, like in the heat of the moment, it's like it's all about this game. It's really all that matters. You know, maybe even more than state in some cases. Is here they go.
Sims down the right wing side, takes a shot. One stop by Kalentis. Now Savev gets it down low. Sims below the goal line. Now he'll pull up, take a shot, one wide.
That one just
comes
missed the
out
net.
yeah.
We go back to the north-south thing in a second, but I'll tell you what, Sims, a lot of speed on the ice. He's set guys up multiple times, at least twice out in front. He's someone to watch out for.
Well, because
He's got some height to him, too.
2 seasons ago, 23-24, GBN wins the North-South game in a shootout after coming back from 4-1 down. But then GBS goes on to win the season series. It's such an interesting question because South does get the last laugh there, but everyone's going to remember this game.
The north-south game, that's right. And, you know, I think as the years go on, you know, you're looking at the standings right now, right, for every division, whether it's varsity, varsity 2, JV.
Here's a shot off the draw, glove by Kalentis. He hangs on.
And it's, you know, obviously every GBS team has a lot of ground to make up in the standings, so I think that's kind of their main focus, obviously, outside of this game. Like, at this point for the varsity 1 and varsity 2 teams, those games are done. Now it's the rest of the season you got to focus on what's in front of you.
GBS with a record of 5-8-1. GBN with a record of 5-10-1 at the JV level. Currently in a tie for the number 8 spot in the standings for the last playoff spot. And David, just look at these standings right here. Carmel with 12 points, Viator with 12, South with 11, and North with 11. Only 3 of those 4 teams will make the playoffs.
And one of those things you're looking at too is you could correct me on this, but I don't think Lake Forest has a varsity 2 team.
They do not.
Which is And that's actually how York a long time ago didn't
Lake
have
Forest
a
and
varsity
Carmel.
two.
Oh, excuse me, they do have a varsity 2 team.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. They actually have 4 teams. They have varsity 1 and 2 and JV 1.
Maybe they didn't used to have it. I don't know. I'm not up to date as much as I probably should be. But
Carmel Catholic, the only SHL side without a varsity 2 squad.
I got you. It's okay. I got to make sure I pass my classes first. That's probably a fair priority to have.
Don't let it slide this time, David.
I appreciate it. Oh, how about that? They did this at the varsity level too.
Yeah, play off the boards, and now Weeman in on net. He scores. Nice shot, finds the top right corner. And the Glenbrook North Spartans break the ice. Remington Weeman gets his team-leading 9th goal of the SHL season.
And you saw the exact same thing at the varsity level. The GBN wins a face-off in their own zone. They throw it off the boards. They have a winger flying. In this case, that's Weeman, and he buries it. And I tell you what, that's something that GBN has done in this program for a while, and it's worked for them. They're able to capitalize on that, but that's something that GBS needs to know to watch out for, because GBN's done that for a while. They're able to capitalize there, and something I wouldn't be surprised if I see again. Here's a 2-on-1.
Yeah, it's Hayden this time down the right wing side. Center looking for Jacob, but he was actually too hard to the slot. I think if he took a couple strides to his left, he would have been a great candidate to receive that pass. Shot by Hayden. By Jacob. Below the goal line. Sent back up to the left point. Now Rudd. And some pushing and shoving after the whistle. Still just only 1 penalty called in this game so far.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's maybe 1 or 2 more, but obviously, one of the things we'll go back to the GBN goal there. We talk about creating plays and developing them and kind of how they pan out. Obviously, a lot of the plays that you come up as coaching staff don't tend to work out because of just how hockey changes so much with the amount that's going on, but if things are clicking and then things are clicking, and you're going to bury off those opportunities.
Over halfway through the game, score 1-0 Glenbrook North. Again, no ice cut at any point in the JV games, so we'll be playing through and we'll be broadcasting through without any breaks. Hope you went to the bathroom pregame, David. I was during the national anthem, so I did it just in time.
Excellent management there. Excellent.
No kidding. Yeah, this game delayed significantly. It was supposed to start at 8 o'clock. I think we determined 8:51. The official start time of this one. And David, that is in part due to the varsity game going to OT, but also in part due to all the GBN fans storming the ice. You've seen storming the field, but storming the ice is a new one.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, you didn't?
No, did they get yelled at?
Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, the official had Sam Schwartz announce that if they did not get off the ice in 60 seconds, GBS would win the game on a forfeit. Here's a centering pass, Udesky save, rebound, he scores! Nolan Udesky responds and ties the game, his 12th of the season, and 18th point, 1-1.
How about that? That puck just finds Udesky out in front. He's able to bury on that opportunity, and I tell you what, that's one of those where puck's bouncing around in front. Udesky's all by himself, just left of the goaltender. Puck finds his stick, he's able to bury, doesn't make a mistake on that one, and ties this game up at 1. That's exactly what GBS needed, just over the halfway point of this one.
Nolan Udesky now has points in 6 straight games, goals in 4 straight games at the SHL level, SHL JV regular season. Boys, the captain been on a hot streak. GBN looking for a quick response, and how does that stay out? It was sitting in the blue paint, and Connor Sitt made the save. We're down to the final 5 minutes of period number 2. Dylan Ward and David Ventura on the call with you. Happy to have you hanging out with us here on this Wednesday night. Very happy Thanksgiving to everyone and your families. As all 3 Spiegel. All three GBS hockey teams will get right back to work on Black Friday as all three participate in the Skill Academy O'Grady tournament, a classic tradition that GBS is usually a pretty good tournament team.
And the secondary assist goes to somebody, but we don't know who it is yet. Time to go on 9:46 in the second period. Udesky assisted by Weiss and somebody else at 9:46.
Sorry, I was pulling up the stream. Oh, we're on camera. We're popular.
Are we?
Look at that.
Oh yeah, you can see us there. How many people we got watching? Any chats?
So let's go GBN and let's go Titans.
All right, so we got a 1-1 score in our fan battle. Here's a shot. And now a big hit below the goal line. Could have been a penalty for boarding or head contact, but no call is made and it's sent down in by GBS.
I think that's one of those where in a normal game actually, I don't know if that's a penalty. There was no intention to play the puck, but I think outside of that, that was probably a clean hit. But they're letting them play.
Each team's leading scorer has struck here in this one. Remington Weeman made it 1-0 for GBN, and Nolan Udesky made it 1-1 just moments ago. We're a long way away, but just in case you're curious, in JV, they do not play OT. They'll go immediately to a 3-round shootout instead.
Yeah, I remember that, Dylan. You know why? I missed a wide open net. No, I missed a wide open net. We were playing against Barrington. Had the goaltender beat, and I missed the net. Rookie mistake.
I remember you got on a little bit of a hot streak toward the end of the regular season your senior year, scoring against OPRF on senior night in Barrington.
Good little stretch there.
David, I'm sure these fans would love to know, you are of the class of 2022. You played varsity hockey your senior year. Meanwhile, Murphy goes across, and a one-timer attempt by Weeman wouldn't connect.
Yeah, Murphy just misses the stick there.
And now a nice save made by the stick of Sit. And this one is deflected up and out of play. And David, I know you're going to feel like you're repeating yourself, but most of the people tuning into this were not tuning in yesterday. But what was your favorite memory of your Glenbrook South hockey career?
Ooh, can I change it?
You can change it.
Just because we're in the North-South game?
Yeah.
It's obviously the North-South game. That's why you talk about how important this game is. This is one of those where you'll remember it. You may not remember a normal SHL series, but you'll remember this one. Even playing in your JV games before you head up to that varsity level, these games are just something that you take a lot of time to prepare for. And you see it, in terms of the physicality level on the ice and just, all the above. Like yesterday, if you want to tune into that broadcast, you're welcome to, but it's something a lot different.
Yeah, you're going to have to go find that in the second alumni game last night. And we got a whistle due to an object on the ice.
Is that a neck guard? I'm trying to look through. Oh, it's a water bottle. That makes more sense.
David, I got to say, I did not see any objects being thrown onto the ice tonight.
No, there actually was one after the second intermission, but it was, I don't know what it was. I don't think anyone knew what it was, but obviously, thankfully they were a little more tame. They got a little bit of a mess to clean up on both sides, but I think that's just kind of expected. A lot of popcorn.
Yeah, there is. 1:22 to go in the second.
Not only that, the other thing is the glass did not break.
Yes.
That's a key.
That it didn't. We have an SHL varsity game hanging in the balance at the moment. New Trier leading St. Ignatius 1-0 in the third period. But the glass broke.
To the Glenbrook South first goal. Practice secondary assist number 92,
Elliot Sims gets the secondary
first goal. Udesky assisted by Watson Sims at 9:46 of the second period.
Let's see if he'll have enough time to announce how much time is left here in the second.
1 minute to play in the second period.
Oh,
1 minute.
Now, did he rewatch it, the broadcast?
I don't know.
Or how did he get that number?
I actually have no idea.
I know he's all about making sure those numbers are accurate. So.
Well, maybe the ref told him who the secondary was, but he couldn't hear him correctly or something. So they asked the bench. That's just my guess. Yes, here's a shot. That one deflected off Sit. Just getting enough of his blocker side on that one.
Yeah, either hit Sit's stick out in front and deflected high, or a GBN stick out in front. Nevertheless, it goes high, and GBS still trying to get the puck out of the zone.
Here's a shot from the left side. Stopped by Caleb Sit. Excuse me, Connor Sit. Now back to the right point. Spiegel lays the body on Zapfeet, and he goes right back at it. 6 seconds left in the period. The Titans will clear it. It will carry down quickly for icing, and GBN will have 2.6 to work with.
Dylan, that's one of those where you're looking at clock management, right? 2.6 seconds. GBN's now going to empty their goalie. Give them that's one of those where you can't ice the puck. You have a few options. Throw it off the boards, flip it out, find your teammate. There's now 2.9 seconds on the clock. They added 0.3, giving GBN a prime opportunity to score here. They're going to go 6 on 5 for this one. There's 3 seconds. Not enough time for GBS to go the other way.
So the drop of the puck, left wing circle. And now GBN is wondering where the added time came from.
Just trying to get the lineup correctly here, making sure no one's cheating off the draw.
Drop of the puck, backhand shot goes behind the goal line, and the horn sounds on period number 2. 1-1, your score was 0-0 after the first. Each team scores one here in the second. And that takes us into the third. Dylan Ward and David Ventura with you. We'll listen for what the official shots are.
Shots on goal for the second period. For Glenbrook North, 9 in the period for a 2-period total of 19. For Glenbrook South, 10 in the period for a 2-period total of 14.
Okay, so 19 to 14 is the count. Now, David, I'd like you to go to the broadcast and see how accurate these guys have been in terms of shots on goal. You all, of course, can see it at home. So they've got it as 16-13. Sam has it as 19-14.
Well, the next question is who is the accurate? Because you can make an argument and say, Sam doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know? Of course, Sam, that's a joke. I'm not sure if you're going to go back and rewatch this, but that one.
He's already planning his comeback at you.
Oh, he is? Oh, well, he's got plenty of those, so he's more than welcome to. But I think they're pretty close in the shots on goal there, you know? Of course, unless we're looking for 100% accuracy. But we got a 1-1 game, Dylan, and thankfully for GBS, GBN wasn't able to capitalize those last 3 seconds where GBS iced all the way down. GBN emptied their goaltender, but 15 minutes of hockey left, and we'll see if we got to continue on or play more hockey. Obviously, both goals kind of just. You hear the horn there. I was kind of waiting for it to stop, but it just kept going. Nevertheless, some dirty goals out in front by both teams, and we got this one knotted up at 1, so I wouldn't be surprised if the third one's also a dirty goal out in front rather than just a basic shot.
So Remington Weeman opened the scoring at 7:15 to go in the second period. An assist from number 43, Colin Hochschild. GBS tied it a couple minutes later. 5:14 to go in the period. It was Nolan Udesky with his 12th of the season, assisted by Seth Weiss and Elliott Sims. We're back to our first period shooting sides. Titans in blue and gold going from left to right. GBN in white going from right to left. South Hockey Network, Dylan Ward, David Ventura. And we've got a good game here, David.
That's right.
Nothing like a tied game with 1 period to go.
We'll see what happens. Obviously, this third period is going to be a little bit more explosive than some of those other ones, considering the fact it's a 1-1 game here.
All right, we're underway in the third. 15 minutes separate us from the end of regulation. And we'll see if the game is over in 15 minutes or not. Here comes Frund. Gets it up ice through neutral ice, Sabev. He centers it, looking for a tip by Cohen. He couldn't. Now McCabe and Cohen go at it.
Sorry, Dylan.
Oh, no. That's fine, David.
You just got to take both of them from giving them shoves at that point.
Now back up high, LeBoyer fires a shot. Stop made. Rebound sent right to the blue paint, and diving on top of it is Sit to stop the clock with 14-15.
Yeah, thankfully for GBS, Sit able to get on that and cover it. Or should I say, no, he didn't sit on it. I can't say that. But nevertheless, GBS is going to have a defensive zone draw here. So this is one of the absolutely critical to win these and not give GBN an opportunity to get a shot from the point.
I see Gerard Boris has not left the building. He's still hanging around.
Oh, but maybe you could buy us some Doritos.
Don't mind that. Can we get a message up there to the broadcasters? I think they can hear us, right?
Can they?
I don't know. Maybe. We want Doritos. If anybody's in the rink, if you deliver some Doritos, that'd be great. Here's Seth Weiss with a shot. That one stopped and held on to by Colentes. And now Murphy with some extra stuff afterwards, and Sims is looking at him like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, they're not going to take anyone in the penalty box, but Weiss had a prime opportunity there. Elects to go for that. Look at like top left corner, just kind of misses it as it hits blocker, chest protector. And he's unable to kind of find a way towards the back of the net. But GBS is going to have an offensive zone chance.
Sims now up to Smith. He fires a shot from the right side. One wouldn't go. GBN clears it out to the neutral zone, regained by Braden Smith. Now the near side, Sims. Brought over the line by Udesky, goes over to Weiss. Here's a shot. That one high of the net, took a deflection on its way. Cleared out to neutral ice by North. Smith will chase it back down. Plays it out to the neutral zone for Sims. But Ko will knock it in. Talk about a cool last name, Ko. K-O. Stretch pass to the blue line, deflected in. Stopped by Colentes. He hangs on for a whistle with 12:58 to go in the third.
And Dylan also on that chance there by Weiss when he had that 2-on-1 opportunity. Colentes had really good positioning. Another one of those reasons he didn't have a hard time stopping the puck. See a couple times at the JV level, sometimes the goaltender loses track of where that net is, but Colentes calm, cool, and collected. No. That's not 4 C's, that's 3 C's and a K.
Yeah.
Just
Where's the K?
Colentes.
Oh, Colentes, right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I was like, that's 4 C's, and I was like, okay, no, that's not.
12:43 to go here in the third. 1-1 game. Each team's leading goal scorer has scored. Got Dylan Kozak out there. Dylan.
Does he spell the name?
Well, let me tell you something. I'm a big fan of your name, including the spelling. You've got it the right way, D-Y all the way.
I'm more of a DI fan.
Really?
No, I just wanted to say that.
Yeah. You're going to make me kick you off this broadcast, David.
It's okay, we can bring Mr. Boris in.
Yeah.
That's
Last season on the varsity team, number 22, for the Titans. Loved his first name, but cringed every time I looked at the spelling of Dylan Lytle.
And Dylan, there's another icing then. Another icing again, by GBS. And I wouldn't be surprised if it finds a way to kind of bite them a little bit, especially with the amount of offensive zone chances that GBN is having here. But of course, we'll see how GBN capitalizes on these offensive zone draws. GBS able to knock that puck out. That's interference. And that's clear interference.
David, we've only seen one penalty this entire game.
I know, we probably should have seen a lot more, but it's okay.
It was against James Jacob, 2 minutes for slashing with 1:04 to go in the first period. GBS did not score on that power play. We haven't gotten a chance to announce our penalty kill sponsor yet. Charles front, into the zone. He's knocked off the puck. And it's grabbed instead by Rosen. Now gained back by front. He loses footing there after a hit. David, is that what you're talking about? Selling the call?
there's an art to it, you know? You gotta fall down a certain way.
Udesky over to Seth Weiss. He takes a shot, deflects right to Udesky, and he puts it wide.
He was looking for that left corner there, the same one that we saw, and he just misses that one. Tell you what, that left side was open, but fortunately Udesky misses it, and Colentus saved by that one. He had to get over a couple times on that one. Left to right, right to left.
11-11 to go, make a wish. 1-1 game.
Oh, I heard people yelling that you're pouring at the clock. I thought they didn't stop it.
Now Loken brings it across. Here's a shot, nice stick there by either Smith or Sabev to knock that one up and out of play.
Exactly right, Dylan. You got to get sticks in shooting lanes, and GBS doing exactly that. Now it is going to result in a GBN offensive zone draw, but of course Buck was already in that area anyway. You know, we're approaching crunch time here, tied game, so 11 minutes left. I'd say my crunch time is that 5 to 7 minute mark, so we're getting pretty close here. Go, go.
Now here comes a potential 2-on-1. This is Sims, leaves it for the trailer. Udesky scores! Second goal of the game, and South's got their first lead of the game. It's 2-1.
And I tell you what, Sims is someone we've talked about this whole game in terms of setting guys up, his speed, and he puts that one. Perfect place for Udesky to bury, and he makes this game 2-1, going just under the glove of Colentus and just over the blocker. But man, that play was all set up there by Sims. He was looking to pass the whole way, gets it through a GBN stick, and GBS defense. But again, you got to give credit to Sims there for setting that play up, and obviously Udesky put that one in the back of the net. And that's one of those where your teammate gets you a big apple. So not just congratulating the goal scorer, but obviously the one who set that up as well.
Sims got a secondary on the first goal too, so he's got a 2-point night along with Udesky.
Oh, his second of the game, 15th of the season.
Offside.
Scored by number 13, Udesky.
And actually, Dylan, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at
number 92.
Boy, and see how many assists Sims has. I wouldn't be surprised. Udesky with a lot of goals. I'm sure you heard Sam Schwartz there announcing the call.
I got it for you right here if you want it. Sims, 6 assists so far in the season.
No, not as many as I thought.
Well, now 8.
That's right.
The SHL website doesn't update in real time, just after the games.
Okay, and I know Dylan expects me to keep in touch with how GBS is doing, so you can blame me for that.
Well, David,
I'm studying for my exams, man.
You know, full straight up, hand up. I'm gonna go ahead and admit something. This is my first time watching this JV team this year, but
it would
pretty
be great
fun
to pick
watch.
up a win.
Yeah, really.
Obviously, this is the future varsity team.
Now Sabev takes a shot, stopped by Colentus, and McCabe and Sabev throwing hands.
Now this is where you got to take at least one guy, preferably 2 guys here. But I don't think they're going to take anyone.
Now it looks like Sam Schwartz lied on
they
PA.
are.
By the way, St. Viator on my screen says they're winning 3-0 over St.
They are. They're going to take both of them 5-on-5. Okay. I don't mind that.
Don't mind it at all. Now Cohen is leading to the referee as well as Frund. 10-10 to go here in the third
So what
period.
did Sam lie about? So let's get back
He
to
said
that.
Stevenson was up 1-0, but I just checked, and now St. Viator is up 3-0.
Oh.
Maybe they put it
One penalty, number 7, Daniel Coe, 2-minute minor penalty for roughing. Glenbrook South penalty, number 51, Andrew Sainta, 2-minute minor penalty for roughing. Time of the penalties, 4:50 of the third period. Glenbrook North's Coe, 2 minutes roughing. Glenbrook South's Sainta, 2 minutes roughing. Offsetting penalties at 4:50, teams playing full strength.
We're going to call them both for roughing as GBN fans felt like they should get another penalty. And also on that one there. So they're not going to get the call on either of those.
So we've got 2 more penalties here tonight, but still just 1 power play in the game. Murphy picked up and neutralized by Friedman. Now knocked in by Udesky. His stick's knocked out of his hand, yeah.
That's a textbook slash. It's okay. The reality is it's been going both ways, so it's not like it's been going one way. It's been for both teams.
Friedman down to Friend. Back to Friedman. Up to Sims. 2 assists so far tonight for Elliot Sims. I was about to say Odyssey Sims. That is a WNBA player. Knocked into the zone. Down below the goal line. Front takes it back. Now backhanded to the slot, but they couldn't get to it. Now Sims with the backhand pass up ice. One man takes a spill. It's sent back in by GBN though. And now Sims goes over to the far side near the north bench, and Weiss and for Seiner. Off a stick high in the air. Sims over the line, onside. Sims, what a move, takes a shot, and that one wouldn't go. Colentus might have gotten a piece, or maybe it just went high, but Elliott.
It's off the glove there of Colentus.
Good eye there. David Sims looking to get one of his own.
I think that was offside.
Now it's Seth Weiss taking a shot. Stop, rebound. Sims looking to bank it in off the goaltender. He could not. And Seiner with some words for Sims after that play.
Nice glove there by Colentus on that second chance there by Sims. And I think the big thing with that was he's able to freeze it, give GBN a chance to change, and obviously GBS an offensive zone draw. Keep in mind, folks, both players still in the penalty box, so we haven't hit that 2-minute mark yet, so that's going to affect when it comes to the lines a little bit, so just keep that in mind.
Actually, David, 2 seconds off. They would be free at the 8:10 mark. That whistle was with 8:12.
And they're going to have to wait for a whistle. So next whistle, both these players will be out the penalty box. Lines can go back to normal, but something we figured we'd mention as there's no clock, obviously with those being coincidentals.
Right. Now, David, do you know the difference between full strength and equal strength? There is a difference.
Full strength is normal. Equal strength is when there's coincidentals.
Yeah, so right now these two teams are playing at equal strength, but not full strength because they have players in the penalty box.
Process of elimination.
Yep.
You know? Especially when Sam Schwartz says, back to full strength.
Yeah. Nice way to work that one out. I saw the gears turn. Here's Sabev with a shot. Save made. Rebound. He's going to get another crack at it, and he puts it wide.
Oh, man, the amount of chances both teams have had, quite frankly, where the second and third chance just missing the net. They find a way to pick those corners, but GBS is turning some gears together, and GBN able to find the middle of these two defensemen and get it right through them and get a change in.
North took the 1-0 lead here in this one. Nolan Udesky has scored 2 unanswered goals for the Titans to give them the lead here in the third period. That's where we stand so far. GBS trying to salvage one win in the North-South triple header. All 3 levels playing GBN here this weekend at home. Here's Kozak turning around, firing one, and didn't get a lot on it. It goes right into the goaltender who covers up.
Yeah, and he's going to opt for a whistle there. Probably the smart play there by Colentus. Going to give them a chance of change. I'd say if we're officially at lunchtime here.
Today's unofficial estimated attendance is 23,918.
Which attendance is he talking about?
23,918 is your official estimated attendance, so you might be a couple figures off.
23,000?
23,000.
Sure, there was some Excel functions brought into that one. Yeah, you know, I hear that Sam Schwartz is an Excel wizard.
Oh yeah. You don't even know.
He knows how to use the goal seed function, you know?
Sounded like a foreign language to me. Just that sentence alone, Dave.
Okay, I think I was asked in an interview once what my favorite Excel function was.
Really?
Yeah.
What was your answer?
The goal seed function.
Okay. Co. Now the other way for GBN.
I think my reasoning was probably the best.
Let's
It
hear
was
it.
the most fun to say.
It is fun. Goal seat.
And then they said, do you actually know how to do it? And I said, yeah, and then they put a computer in front of me.
Oh, a big hit there as Andrew Sabev takes a man down into the far side boards and neutralized right next to Sam Schwartz.
Got some big hits on both sides.
We're officially down to what David's definition of crunch time is.
That's right, there's a normal definition and then there's a David definition. You need to specify those. Come on, what is that?
An icing against GBS.
Sorry, I probably should have said that. But GBS continues to ice the puck. And again, that was where you probably had 2 to 3 seconds of control of the puck.
And from Cleveland South Games and broadcast live to YouTube on the South Hockey Network. Dylan Ward and company on the call tonight.
It's okay, I don't get a shout out, you do.
Yeah, you are a company.
That's right.
Dylan Ward and company.
It's okay, is that what I get for giving Sam a hard time earlier?
Yeah.
I get referred to as company. Another icing there by the Titans, but again, the Titans have a fair amount of time and space, or at least, a little bit. At this point with the ice being so choppy, just flipping it up. Again, we're at Centennial, there's a lot of room with the ceiling. Quite frankly, we have a lot of room. We're not playing at Northbrook Sports Club. You have a room when it comes to the ceiling. Sorry, that one comes to mind, and also Stevenson.
Yes.
So you
Sam
have
Vider as well.
Same, yeah. You have a lot of space when it comes to flipping the puck up. Off the boards is another option. Those are some of the plays are going to have to do moving forward, especially within these last 5 minutes, because what you do when you ice the puck is just give GBN an offensive zone draw. Now you do get to change, but with the amount of icings back to back to back, you're just giving GBN chances.
Did you catch the moment in the varsity game where one of the North players cleared it out and perfectly threaded the needle through one of the parts of the ceiling here, the stanchions?
Well, actually, no, I don't remember what period it is in. I know I was filling in the camera for a little bit.
Yes.
Gerard was giving me some good critiques, good feedback, I would like to call it. At the end of the day, if you don't have feedback, then you're not going to be able to improve on your craft, right? So feedback's always essential.
Well, you appreciate you doing the camera. How many minutes were you doing that?
Oh, not very long. Just
very
the intro. Just the intro.
Oh, so not any of the game, actually?
Not any of the game.
Okay.
Not any of the game.
Where were you stationed during the game?
Well, up there for a little bit, then I was blocked out, and then I sat in the section over there. There's this nice little spot, so I was able to witness it.
You didn't go behind the glass like all the alumni do? Or are you
No,
that?
that's more for recent alumni.
Okay.
I was with my brother, family.
Nice. Watching your cousin out there. He had a few good shifts, I think.
Dude, I think they, obviously not the result they're looking for, but it is what it is. You got to move on, right?
Hopefully JV can get the result they're looking for here as they lead 2-1 with 4.5 to go in the third. David, based on what you've been seeing at the JV level with the ice all choppy, at what point are you pulling the goalie if you're GBN?
I think inside of that 2.5 minute mark, you wait to see how the possession goes in the offensive zone. Once you have clear possession, that's when the goaltender goes. So inside of that 2.5 minutes.
The Titans looking to keep possession as long as they can. Sims centers it. Weiss, but it deflects off a stick of Colin Hochschild, who's got an assist in this game, making that block on the pass. Now Spiegel missed a man. Deflected, so no icing. We're down to 3:50 to go here in this one. Near side, Sims. Hochschild fires it down. JV looking to try and become the only of 3 GBS teams to win their North-South game. Varsity 2 lost 5-0 last night. Varsity 1 lost 4-3 in OT earlier today. Here's a pass finding Udesky just onside. Goes to his forehand for the hat trick, but the save is made as it finds the glove of Austin Colentus.
Yeah, Colentus with a big save there, I think. Udesky was actually trying to make a move. I actually thought he was going to go to the backhand. Alexa go to the forehand. Not able to flick it up high enough up and over the glove of Colentus. Actually goes right into his glove, so he's able to freeze it. Now we got 3:17 left, GBS offensive zone draw, and we're going to have another one with 3:13.
As long as they can keep it in this zone.
The big thing for GBN here is they got to get outside of the zone, break out of the zone, set the puck up. Then Colentus has got to go to the bench, and you have the rest of the time to do it. So now we're in that point, part of the game where if you're GBN, you've got to get it, and they're going to do their play again.
We've officially reached the 10 o'clock hour here in Wilmette, Illinois. As Murphy goes across, puck taken away by GBS. Off the end boards, and Sabev backhands it out to the neutral zone, and they'll try and bring it up ice, but Hudgens couldn't get that one ahead. Weeman will fire it in. Goalie staying put for now. Still plenty of time here in the third period. They're battling for the puck along the far side boards, or near side boards, I should say. Finally, Coe finds it, takes a shot that gets blocked. McCabe follows up. Right point, he fires a shot. Now Weeman looks for one.
There goes Colentus.
Yep, he's making the sprint to the bench, so 6 attackers are out for Glenbrook North as they'll look to tie this game up.
Bad dump in there by GBN. Hits the Glenbrook South player right in the chest protector. That one's got to get in deep up off the glass.
Fursel behind his own net, plays it out to the neutral zone, takes a deflection, the 4 center ice. Now here's a shot from way downtown that gets blocked. Fursel, Weeman fires it in. Here's a hit by Sabev, I should say. Udeski tips it out of the zone. He's out there. He's a goal away from the Hattie. Now Frun. Below the goal line, off the far side, boards and out. Played ahead, and here comes Tyler Hudgens. He's gonna tap it into the empty net. And Udeski saying, come on, man, you should have passed that one back for me for the hat trick. But
I don't know, man. You know, at the end of the day, if your team's up 3-1, I don't know if we got to really say anything about letting the other guy score the empty net goal. But again, that's just my personal opinion. I get you wanted to go for the hat trick there, but your team scores, and being a team player is important. Nevertheless, Titans able to get the 3-1 lead, which is more what they're looking for here.
Tyler Hudgens gets his 3rd goal and 3rd point of the season too. You gotta be happy for him there.
You gotta be happy for the kid. You know, you don't need to say anything. I'm not sure what was said to him after, but if it was something about, hey, you gotta pass me the puck. I'm more of a team player myself. So.
Score by number 97, Tyler Hudgens.
1:20 to go here in the third now. Now, a lot of times, it's still a 2-goal lead. It's within the You might see another empty net, but it doesn't look like GBN's going that route.
And they got a minute, now 23. Third or second time this game where you're like a couple seconds been popped up on the clock. I got my boss looking on after, so I got to make sure I do well here.
Yeah, he really snuck in right behind us there.
Do you have a bag of Doritos for me?
Yeah. Where's our Doritos? You got the message? No? Okay.
He didn't hear us.
Right.
He didn't hear us.
I am very much so looking forward to having Gerard come in and do color with me for the senior night. Here's a pass by Sims, looking for Udeski, and he almost had a chance for the hat trick there.
Yeah, again, Sims is setting up his teammates, that's exactly what you want to see. Not only that, he does a very good job of setting them up, putting the puck in really good places for them to shoot the puck. Unfortunately, Titans not able to capitalize on those opportunities, but I'd be surprised if he racks up a few more assists, at least the way he's playing in this game, in future games. He's someone to watch out for, especially when it comes to setting people up, and he's got the players on the line to do so. Obviously, Udeski puts the puck in the back of the net. I also haven't seen that fully white stick. That must be a new thing. I saw that. I think Tutai's got that stick too. So,
David, do you want to go down and do a post-game interview?
You want me to do an interview?
Sure.
Yeah.
Up to you.
That's Gerard. Should we do a post-game interview or no? He's not very sure.
Okay.
I think it's a GBS win game. I don't know if. We'll let them enjoy their win now that they got 15 seconds left in this one.
12, now 11. As it's brought out, Udeski's going to have the chance for the hat trick. Nolan Udeski goes to the backhand and is stopped by Colentus. But the junior varsity team salvages a win here in the North-South Series this week. And they celebrated neutralize, and look at emotion. Final score 3-1 as Udesky scores twice on an empty netter by Tyler Hutchins.
And obviously GBS able to pull off the victory there, avoid the sweep, and now they're going to have to look forward. Obviously big win in the GBN rivalry series, but it's about the rest of the season now at this point.
So that's going to do it for our 5-game marathon across 2 days. 2 alumni games, 3 North-South games, 4 out of the 5 on South Hockey Network, 1 of them on SHL Network. But David Ventura joined me tonight, and thank you so much for doing so. It was great to have you aboard.
Of course, happy to be on, and obviously wishing the Titans at all 3 levels, varsity, varsity 2, JV, success throughout the rest of the season. And we'll see what happens, especially once it comes SHL playoff time in state as well.
All right, David Ventura, Jason Weiss on the camera today. My name's Dylan Ward saying thanks for hanging out with us on this Wednesday night. Final score, South 3, North 1, as JV becomes the only team out of the 3 to win their North-South game. A very happy Thanksgiving to all.